On March 8, 1950, the Volkswagen Bus, icon of the counterculture movement, goes into production.
But what does the word Volkswagen mean? And why did Volkswagen initially struggle to sell the bus in the US?
Volkswagen's history dates back to Nazi Germany. When Adolf Hitler became German Chancellor in 1933, he announced a plan to build roads and affordable cars for the masses. The Austrian-born Hitler met with the Austrian-born engineer Ferdinand Porsche and charged him with designing a small car for the German people, but war production halted the effort. In December 1945, less than 8 months after the end of World War II, Volkswagen, which literally means people's car, began producing its famous Type 1, better known as the Beetle. 4 years later, in 1949, the Beetle came to America. Dutch businessman Ben Pon, the first Volkswagen dealer outside of Germany, was reportedly the originator of the company's next vehicle. Pon sketched out his concept in 1947, and Volkswagen engineers further developed the idea with a boxy utilitarian shape, split windshield, and rear engine. In 1950, the company began producing the Type 2, or transporter, which people called the bus. The bus arrived in the US just 1 year after the Beetle. Neither sold well at first, in part because of the company's historic Nazi connection, which, not surprisingly, turned off many buyers, especially in post-war America. The small size of the Beetle and the unusual shapes of both the Beetle and the bus were also major hurdles for Volkswagen USA. In 1959, the agency Doyle Dane Bernbach launched a groundbreaking magazine ad campaign that promoted the VW Beetle's size and shape as positives. The ads also used self-deprecating humor to cleverly counter the notion that the cars were poorly made. This campaign propelled the Beetle to become the top-selling import in America. In the US in the 1960s, the VW Bus became a symbol of the counterculture movement. In 1972, the VW Beetle set a worldwide production record when the 15,007,034th Volkswagen Beetle rolled off the assembly line. This surpassed Ford's iconic Model T, which was produced from 1908 to 1927. Volkswagen eventually manufactured 21.5 million Beetles from 1945 to 2003. The Toyota Corolla, which began production in 1966, now holds the record at over 50 million. Today, the Beetle is actually no longer Volkswagen's most produced vehicle, as the Volkswagen Golf eclipsed the Beetle in 2002. More than 35 million Volkswagen Golfs have been manufactured since 1974. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1669, Mount Etna erupts on the Mediterranean island of Sicily, killing more than 20,000 people. In 1917, a revolution begins in Russia that causes Tsar Nicholas II to abdicate the throne a week later. In 1971, in a 15-round decision, Joe Frazier defeats Muhammad Ali in the fight of the century. In 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappears over the Indian Ocean for reasons unknown. In 2016, Beatles producer George Martin, one of the most innovative in history, dies at age 90. In 2017, Malta's 92-foot arch called the Azure Window collapses into the sea after a massive storm. In 2022, the world's first recipient of a genetically modified pig heart transplant dies after 2 months.
And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. The city of Galveston, Texas is named after a general from which country? France, Spain, Mexico, or Britain? liked learning about the Volkswagen Bus? Then you'll love this one about the Ford Model T. Tap the screen to keep the story going on Today in History.